Map is used to map values, right? Each item try to map with other item. Similarly, reduce will reduce the iterable into a single value, right? Like we will yesterday we were trying to find the sum or multiplication, right? And we can also find the maximum using reduce. You can see here example lambda x comma y. If x is greater than y, then x else y. In this list, we are trying to find the maximum item, and we are doing this using reduce in a single line, right? So let's try these things. Map reduce. Okay, let's try map reduce. Okay, map comma reduce comma filter. There is one more function, filter, that we try. Okay, great. Okay, map, right? Suppose we have a list, items, right? Items we have, okay, 2 comma 4 comma 6 comma 3 comma 9, right? This list we have. Now I want to find square of this. So a simple way is we can use a simple way is this. You can use list comprehension. I in items, right? And what you can do is I asterisk 2. This is the simplest way. This is called list comprehension, right? List comprehension. Okay. Now, apart from this, you can also try map in similar way. So what you can do is you can use map. Okay. Map you can use, in map you can use lambda function, right? Lambda function x column x star star 2 means we are finding power of this, and we will pass here the list which is items. So this is your function, a single line function, and this is your item list, right? So if you run this, you will get the same output, but you need to convert this into a list, right? Let me show you list. And you can also assign this output to a variable, right? Like square items, right? And you can print this square item here. Run this, right? The same. So map is trying to do a map, right? Map means you are doing a relation, or you are applying element wise operation. Each element you are applying some operation, right? So this is called map. You can also try reduce. Will reduce from, actually reduce is not available here, func tools. So it is available in func tools, import reduce, right? So this is a module from where we are using reduce. So reduce will summarize this into a single value. So how you can use this? Reduce, first you need to pass here your lambda function, right? So lambda function, so here we have x comma y. It will take two values and it will do sum of that. Let's try this. Sorry, items, right? You can see it is doing sum of this. 2 plus 4, 6, 6 plus 6, 12, 12 plus 3, 15 plus 9, 24, right? So reduce will reduce the, okay, actually sum is a keyword, right? So instead of sum you can use total, right? Sum is already a defined keyword in Python, right? Total, or you can also use a print statement, right? So you can see it is summing up. Similarly, you can, instead of this, you can also try multiplication operation, right? A product, right? Product, right? Okay, so for product you need to do multiplication. Okay, product, again, this one mistake, right? One more thing you can try by comparing the things, right? So you can use reduce operation. By comparing, you will find the maximum value of this list, right? Reduce lambda, right? X comma y colon x if x is greater than y, else y, right? This is your function. Now you can give input list items. Your items is your this list. The largest item is 9, right? So your largest item is max items, right? Your function is working right. Max item, you can print max items 9. Similarly, you can find minimum item, right? How? Just change the way you are doing this. Instead of greater than, use less than, right? And change this to n items. So minimum item is 2 in this items. You can see 2 is the smallest item. So this is how you can also find an X item using reduce, right? So map and reduce has various applications when you work with, especially when you work in Spark and Hadoop, and when you do PySpark, it will help you a lot, right? So these both have so many applications, and so many different variations are also available. Flat map, reduce by key, group by key, lots of other similar type functions are also available. So that you will see when you will learn PySpark, but this will help you in that, right? So understand these concepts. It will help you also when you work on real Python project. These functions might help you a lot to writing or optimizing your code, right? There is one more thing is filter. Filter is a condition. Filter is a condition, or you can say filter operation. So we have a array items. If you want only even items, right? So what you can do is filter again. So this is function programming. First, it will take two arguments. First your function, and second your items on your list, right? So lambda x if x modulo 2 equals 0, right? We don't have else condition here, right? Let's try it, see. Okay, else after if expression expected. Okay, else is also expected. Let's try x if this, else. Yeah, we need to give an argument also. So instead of this, let's give a empty string, right? So it will give, let me convert this to, or we need to drop this 246, right? I am giving an empty argument, so it is removing that, right? It will only take this. Okay, yeah. So this is about filter. You can see here. Let's see filter here. Yeah. Yes, Akash. Yeah. No, no. It can be a function also. So it is a function. Instead of this, you can, what you can do is, instead of this, you can, okay, function. Yeah. So okay, here, because it is a simplest one. So what you can do is, instead of writing this, I'm removing this and I'm writing here add. Right? Add is a function. Def add. Alright. Add. Okay, so add x comma y. Right? So now x comma y is your argument, and you can return x plus y. Right? Let me try this. Right? It is working. Okay, so you can also give here function instead of a small function. If you have a larger function, you can also give that. No issues. Yeah, and one more. Yeah, sure. Yeah. So it is, instead of this, the good way is to use this, right? So basically this is a filter operation. It will filter out the items. So here it should be a condition. If condition is true, then it will return the item. Otherwise, it won't return the item. Right. So best way to do this kind of condition. Alright. So this is also helpful when you do filter operation on big data. When you have very large operations and when you will try to do those filter operations, because filter operation, it is just like if else. So you are applying if else into a single line, right? So this will also help you in big data. So these all three functions, map, reduce and filter, are all going to help. These are basically functional programming again. Why? Because here calling function is taking argument as function. You can see reduce is a function and it is taking function as argument, right, and applying on a table. So this is a very new concept, and this is that's if you see Java 8 is introduces the functional programming, right, just by inspiring from Python and Scala. Scala is a functional programming, right? So if you see on Spark is written in Scala. So all the code we write in this format in general. Okay, so that is why it is helpful. Let me show you one example, right? Just Machine Learning Geek, right? This is my website, Machine Learning Geek. Okay. So Machine Learning Geek, here it is. So in this we have lots of tutorials regarding machine learning data science. So here in big data we have a map reduce, right? Let me show you how map reduce. You can see here this code is written in Spark, right? You can see we are reading data into RDD format in this variable. This is the trip advisor value, right? Let me zoom this, right? So first we are applying flat map. Basically the flat map is a map operation, right? We are splitting the string, then we are applying map, then we are applying reduce by key. We are reducing, right? So map, reduce, filter, flat map. So these kind of operations we do on big data. So at there you can see in a single line I am doing all the operations, right? And you can also see the lambda function use case, you can also see, right? So these things will be helpful when you move towards your big data journey or data engineer. Basically, if you see in data science, we have especially we have three profiles: data scientist, data analyst, and data engineer. The most job we have in data engineering, because 80% time we invest in arranging the data and collecting the data from different sources, right? So ultimately whoever going into data science nowadays, most of the people is starting into data engineering because it is easy to you can say it is there are more number of jobs and it is very easy to take into those jobs if you know any of the cloud, right? So if you can try, you can. So this is the way we write code in big data.